This is GACenter, your look into the Grand Arena Championship matches of over 60 of the world's best content creators. Here are your hosts, the Nev from the Escape Podcast and Ranger from Reality Skewed Gamers.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to GACenter. We've had the mid-season break, and it is on to the final 2 months of Season 2 of the season. Couple of changes. Some people have left, but we're over halfway point, so there won't be any replacements. It's made the top of the AAA League and the AA League very, very interesting. And the relegation battle is warming up in the Premier League. So, yeah, lots of excitement coming up. Ranger, how are you?
I am here.
You are here. Excellent. I'm very glad to hear that. Well, this would be a very one-man
That would be
march.
Nev talking to himself.
It'd be Nev
and that's
talking to
the
himself.
First sign of trouble.
Yes, do not want to go down that route. So, you had a
That's
good
right.
week, mate?
I've had a very good week. It's been busy. You know, the damn hill. I will build it up only just to go blow it up with C4 just on spite. No, I won't do that. But no, it's been a good week. It's been busy, and I got a lot of big shows, so I'm going to have a busy week this week. I got to get my COVID shot Thursday, so that should be fun. So I'm looking forward to that. So, oh boy. So that's my second shot. Then I'll be immunized fully. Yay! Huzzah! And you all should do that. Get your damn shots. Do it. It's my
Right.
public service.
Okay. So, let's get stuck in, shall we, mate?
I guess we can start. I guess if you're feeling like it, I guess we can do something. I guess if you're down, I don't know how you want to do it. I guess.
Yeah. Sure.
I mean,
Okay.
sure. I mean, I'm just saying if you want to do it.
Yeah, if you want to do it.
Start. Okay, I guess we'll just start.
Okay, we'll do it then.
Okay, let's start. All right, Division 3 and 4. We start off with my man, the rock and roll Tola himself, Mr. Andy Beads, rocking it hard this week with a 2-1. He writes, round 1 was a full clear. Puddin was not able to clear my front and bottom wall. Pretty standard full clear from yours truly. Round 2. This is where the loss happened, Nev. It says, my opponent had Galactic Legend Ray, but decided not to use her on defense. Thank the maker. That also set me pretty weak defense. I unfortunately underplayed 2 battles, got cocky, and he basically undid himself. And then round 3, luckily, even though he had a blue stacks crash, we've all had that.
Mm-hmm.
We've all been there.
Oh, we've all been there. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, yes. Yeah. He got the win. So there you go. Good job from Andy Beats, 2-1.
And we're on to Commander Cody, who did score a triple this week. Round 1, flawless victory with some good defensive holds in there. Round 2, another flawless victory with some more very, very tidy defensive holds. But round 3, I mean, it wasn't technically a flawless victory because he started 4 battles, won 4 battles, but then stopped. And he still won the round. So, battles won. Battles lost 100%, but yeah, no full clear, but hey, no losses, 3-0.
Hey, you go with what you got. All right, next up we have To Infinity
And beyond.
And beyond. I don't know, like Infinity went 3-0 again. There's a lot of people hate being one Galactic Legend down. Well, I'm one Galactic Legend up, as most people I face don't have them. Well, my experience was unfun, but 3-0. It says rounds 1 and 2 both set full defenses that aren't worth individual mentions. I got 13 hulls throughout both rounds. They only cleared 5. And then round 3, an opponent who actually went lightish on defense. Well, feels good to be able to actually fight it, but it didn't matter. He won. I mean, he writes all this. He went 3-0. He kicked. He just destroyed. So great job from Infinitum once again, kicking ass and taking names.
Stone. The win streak is it's holding. It's doing him very, very well. Round 1, 1 shot, full clear, flawless victory. Round 2, another flawless victory, beautiful. Round 3, no flawless victory. As a Basti Jolie timeout team did its job and timed him out.
Hey.
So only the whammy for Stone this week, but a 3-0, he's still undefeated. So yay!
Thumbs up to you, buddy. Next up, we have my favorite German in the whole wide world, Renard the Fox.
He's wunderbar.
He's very good. He's representing his home very, very well. Would you like to hear for your pleasure how he did?
Oh, yeah.
So do that again for my pleasure.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, it makes me excited to read these numbers. All right. Renard, 3-0. This is back to 3v3 in first week was as usually strange as always. Round one, opponent went bit 2D heavy, infamous, I can't talk all of a sudden.
Emphasis.
Yeah, on that word, on the D, and tripped a few times, just like I did trying to read that sentence. Round two, medium D. So this is a smaller D. Negotiator in D, which I send with my flat star negotiator back to him, and he won. This opponent didn't show up. And then round three, the first ever auto deployment I faced in the third round. We know what he did there. He won. This hope week 2 will be more like my last week in 5v5. So 3-0. Good job, yeah.
Good job, yeah. And there's Division 3. Stone undefeated, 27-0. Going strong, looking good there, buddy. You definitely do not want to be.
But my boy Renard, man. He's right there, man.
It's so close to the top. Infinem.
I know Infinim's right there too. He's ready to go. So,
well, okay. Let's see what division now. Okay, this is Division 2. Gonna be smaller. It's only got 4 people left in it because we had 2 promotions.
Yeah.
So Vendetta, 3-0, triple whammy as he usually does. Round 1, he knew his opponent was going to play slacker in the front, so Vendetta placed an FU defense. Win for Vendetta, obviously. Round 2, easy win as his opponent's not a big fan of 3v3, so his heart wasn't really in it. Round 3, surprised to be, he was very surprised to find himself up against a slow, poorly modded roster. Even weirder that he didn't attack. He'd made it to the third round to go 3-0, and I never understand that. So anyway, that's what happened. 3-0, triple whammy for Vendetta.
All right, we move on to Moyo. He didn't send a report in today, but he did get 3-0. What happened in there? I have no clue because he didn't send a damn report, and I'm not fishing for this stuff anymore. But I got to say, 3-0, damn good banners, a lot of wins, a lot of holds, a lot of losses. So I would have liked to see what happened with Moyo, like Moyo. I don't know. Say it again, Moyo. But 3-0, outstanding job. I don't know if he got the triple crown or triple whammy. I don't know that. That's a Nev thing. So, but yes, congrats to you, sir. Salute. That's fantastic.
On to Olimar, 3-0, round 1, easy win against an auto deploy. Nice to get an easy auto deploy. Round 2, struggled to full clear, but he did. He got the full clear, but it was a bit of a struggle. His opponent attacked once and lost, so the struggle wasn't necessary.
That's pretty real, yeah. It's a real struggle.
Round 3, opponent kept everything for offense. Even then, he struggled to get a full clear. Olimar scored a record 27:05 with multiple solos. Well, that's the new record.
All right. Next up is the artist formerly known as Marco, who's now going by the name Greed Gamer. Greed Gamer is the place to be. All right. So Greed, he's so happy. He says, "Yeah, I'm here. I'm going to tell you." He's 3-0. He says 3-0, boys. Round 1, the guy went fairly heavily on the D. Still managed to pull a W. Sadly, no full clear. Opponent round 2 had an auto D. So got the full clear and the big W. And round 3, opponents seem to have gone heavy on defense again. Only defeated one of my teams, another full clear. After all, a great first week. Mess up than my opponent. Third round. That's all he wrote. Yeah. So, but really, really good job for Marco. I haven't seen him go 3-0 in a while. So, hey, nicely done, sir. Congrats on the 3-0. We've seen a lot of 3-0s.
Yeah, it's the first week. Everybody has a good week. There's Division 2, so it's only 4 left. Olimar's still the top, but so is Moyo and so is Vendetta. We've got 3 people with identical records.
Wow. That's insane. They're all
Yeah.
26-1. Oh my God. But I gotta say, Orlemar's got the inside straight because he's got those huge banner difference over those other two. But he's got to
I
keep
will
it
say,
up.
though, that this will be the last month you see that. It's only going to Olimar will only be the top for the next 4 weeks because his account is at 4.49k.
Ooh.
So he's held. He has done exactly what I did with my ult. Go right to the edge, hold
Ooh.
off for 1 month,
He'd
and
hold
then
off before he
blam.
goes Div 1, goes
Yep.
up to the big boy leagues. Ooh, that's exciting. Ooh.
So yeah. Anyway, be interesting to see. Anyway,
We'll see.
let's move on.
All
So
right.
Jake AW round 1, full clear here, but got sloppy with an Anakin solo, Anakin Skywalker solo against Resistance. Hence the full clear, not the flawless victory. Round 2, full clear, 3 losses, 2 squads, 1 fleet. And round 3, a win, but no full clear, lots of losses. But it was fleet that stopped the full clear. 3-0 from Jake.
Still pretty impressive. Now, Geek Girl is my girl. I love Geek Girl. She didn't send anything in, and I wish she had. This is the first time I've seen in a while that she went 3-0. This is fantastic, Geek Girl. Why did you just write your paragraph? Oh, it's so good. Look at these stats. These are fantastic.
Yeah,
I mean, these are the best
brilliant.
stats I've seen from Geek Girl in forever. I mean, this was domination from Geek Girl. This is the kind of stuff I want to see, Geek Girl. So you keep it up. Nicely done on the 3-0. Fantastic. Salute.
Scribe. Ooh,
Scribbles!
2-1. 2-1. 2-1 for Princess Scribbles. Scribbles.
What did the English Gibraltar have to say for himself?
Okay, well, round 1, opponent saved everything for offense and then only cleared 1 zone. So, yeah, Scribe cleaned his clock. He was a bit confused about that one. It's like, you saved everything for offense and that's it, 1 zone, that's all you can do. Round 2, terrible round for Scribe as he threw away an easy win, unfortunately. Round 3, he full cleared harder than his opponent. OG Finn with the Res Bros put in the work and got the defensive hold 2-1.
All right, whip out your cameras. Keep the paparazzi back. It is time for my girl, the world famous Kate Gaming. She was 3-0 this week. And I was actually on one of her streams last week when she got her first round win.
Oh, lovely! How lovely for you.
Well, I can tell you, yes.
Like, so, you know,
it was an honor.
It's like being in the presence of a superstar.
I just couldn't contain myself. I could barely speak the entire time. That's not true. I spoke a lot because I can tell you what happened in round 1. She wrote it down, but her opponent put like nothing on defense. It was bad. And what we had to get Kate to do is I'm like, Kate, it's time to do some solos. She's like, I don't want to solo. You're going to solo. So I made her solo a lot. Dane was there too. So we made her do a lot of solos. And she had an incredible score. I think it was almost 2,700. Round 2, same thing. Opponent cleared my top wall, but Jonathan Battle gets finished my bottom wall and just gave up. I one shot, full cleared everything, she says. And then round 3 says, I dropped 1 battle, but still full cleared. Opponent never showed. They were intimidated by the world famous Kate Gaming. So outstanding job from my girl, Kate Gaming.
And Bomber Fett, 3-0 triple whammy. Rounds 1 and 2 were easy wins against auto deploys. So going into round 3, he was hungry for some real action. Round 3, opponent had a slacker. So yeah, but it was only a gear 8. So with slacker dispatched with a gas solo and the win in the bag, Bomber had the luxury of time. So did some experimenting. 3-0 triple whammy for Bomber.
Yeah. Move on to my man, Brick hard meat. Hard. We
hard.
Running that soft meat. We like it hard here on Captain SS Viagra.
We like those D's hard.
Very hard D's, unless it's a medium D. Hard. All right. 3-0 from our man, Brick hard meat. Round 1, start out 3v3, as he says, with a pretty easy win. I mean, it was close. He got the 1 shot, but he only won by, he won by 40 banners, so it's somewhat easy. Round 2, similar result. They were getting stuck on fleets. Some of his ground troops had some misgives. He won by 300 this round. And then round 3, He says, my opponent basically went full defense. I one-shot full cleared the ground troops, but failed to clear his finalizer. My opponent did the same, but failed on my home one fleet. Give me clears comfort 5-banner win. 2398 to 2393 for Brick, he says. So, was ugly, but effective. Brick representing a 3-0.
And it's the llama with
The
a
llama.
2-1. The llama. Oh, yes.
I was there for hers too.
So, the llama, round one was a loss to a GL account.
Yes.
The llama's not having much fun with GL accounts at the moment. Couldn't get past the front wall. Round two, full clear. Opponent went first, and the llama came back with a 20-banner victory. Yeah. So, really, really outstretched the chasing banner score. Round three, another full clear and a win. But on this occasion, the opponent was a DNS, did not show. 2-1 for the llama.
Yeah.
And this is first time you're seeing it. Kind of, promotions, people coming from the low divisions up. We have basically split the A-League of Division 1 into A-League and Minor League. So Minor League is going to be where all of the newly promoted Division 2 players, and obviously the threes that are left, you automatically go into that one. And you work your way out through GP and stuff. So it's not it's just an extra league. Which is, when you go over that 4.5, you got to start somewhere. You can't just go competing with the 6s and the 7s and the 8s right away. It just doesn't work that way. Okay, so we're going to cut to a break. I'm going to hand over to a break, and when we come back, we'll do we'll get into the A's because the A's are kind of important. That's where all the action's going. So see you in a minute.
Thank you, Neil, and stay tuned as more of your favorite streamers are coming up. But as always, we take a break to recognize those that make this show possible. With the Patreon leaderboard, I'm Paul Anthony. As always, I am joined by my robotic life partner, Newbie from Helly and the Noob, for the standings. Unlike regular boards on GACenter, these reset every single month and are a courtesy to our Kyber combatant level Patreons. Would you like to join the leaderboard next month? Join the Escape Podcast Patreon at patreon.com/the Escape Pod, no cast, the Escape Pod, at the $10 level month or higher, and join all these wonderful people as well. Sign up for next season, or sign up for this season is over, but jump on it next month in April for next season. Let's get to it. Big Country Mags, no report from the Magnum, but he goes 3-0 with an above 7K score for the week. Not all full clears, but he put up some good numbers and the most with 22 holds. Bringer of Chaos goes 0-3 as well. Wait, what? All right, a good score for Bringer as well. Also, not all full clears, but 17 holds. D with a 1-2 reports in. 3-3 is always an adjustment, they say, and it never goes in their favor, it seems. It was a bad week for GAC with a shameful performance on his part. It's okay, dupes. There's always this week. Dr. JoJo, our 4-time champion, goes 2-1 for the week. Round 1, he says he got put up against a FU defense, but the attacker, his opponent, never attacked. Round 2 versus a Patreon of our friend Heinze. His GL advantage was his winning move. Round 3 is where it all fell apart for him, though. 2 battles dropped that he should not have, and the opponent capitalized on it and scored 20 more banners. He says he has dug himself a hole in his attempt to try to 5-peat. Force Strong, 2-1. Round 1, he could not get past a Ray, but he pulled it out anyway. Round 2, he missed GAC because he had so much going on in life. I can relate, Force. Round 3, even though his opponent slacked him, he stonewalled his opponent right back. Not enough in the tank to attack Force Strong, as Force Strong sailed for the easy win. His shiny new Jedi Master Luke awaits him next week. Hot Sauce, the creator of Hot Utils, who is included here because he's not a streamer, but check out hotutils.com and get access to some of the best tools in the game. 2-1 for the week, and impressive banners to boot. Biggest banners this week. And he also did all full clears. Leonard McFacepunch goes 3-0 as well, along with Bringer. This world is upside down. Schnarman 2-1, no report, run-of-the-mill score. There's your stats. Take a look. And finally, Sephironis. At least he joined this week. But he said he had a well-needed vacation, and it got in the way of attacking. 1-2 with 6 battle wins. All right. Let's take a look at the board. BCM, Big Country Max, is your current leader, and yes, your eyes do not deceive you. Punchy and Bringer trailing right behind him. Hot Sauce with the edge over Dr. Jojo, and then Schnarvin and Force all at 2-1. D and Seth ring in at 1-2, and nobody with 0-3. Coming up after these words from SWGOH.GG, we will be back with the A-Leagues on GAC. For Noob and the Patreons, we thank you, and a quick thank you as well to all that stopped by for this past weekend's marathon streams that I was doing. Stay tuned for more with Nev and Ranger coming up right here on the Escape Podcast Twitch channel. Be nice to each other, damn it. SWGOH.GG is your one-stop site for the raw data behind the game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. From complete gear lists to intuitive stats behind all of your favorite holotable heroes. SWGOH.GG has it all. With a .GG account, you can get a complete view of your own roster, see how you match up against other players, and even check out the history of your own Grand Arena Championship matches. You can also see what your opponent used on you to give you a better understanding of counters and team compositions to improve your gameplay. Did you know that they also have some great Patreon features as well? Ad-free browsing of their site, guild information, and manual information requests are included in their 3 levels of Patreon support. Check out the site for more details. That's SWGOH.GG. Unleash your holotable potential today.
Oh, we're back in the room.
Yay!
We've had a nice long breather.
We did it. Have a great show. We did a great job. Oh, we have more to do.
Oh, it's we're on to the 18 now, buddy. It's
I
8.
know.
Oh, yes. And look who begins the 8.
For God's sakes, I don't even want to do this. All right, the Nev. Well. Look what I found. A 2-1 for Nev. Let's see what Nev said to explain himself. Yes. Round 1, he says, was an easy win as my opponent went too heavy on the D. I'm finding the D is a big theme in these. Didn't leave enough for clearance. Of course, you got the full clear. Round 2 said, this is the toughest match I've ever faced. First time I've faced a top 10 ranking player in Division 1. Now I know how people feel when they go up against Endall. My opponent set the impossible target of 2686. So going in, I knew I was going to win, so I barely hit 2670 on a good day. I did a clearance, though, which my opponent told me doesn't happen often, so they were silver lining. But I guess that's where he didn't get the win. Yeah, this is what happened. Nev got smashed. Round 3 was a simple smash and grab. They couldn't get past my defense, and I fully cleared them. So 2-1. I mean, going into that round, I mean, did you think you're gonna have to play some heavier defense, or you just had no chance and you're just trying to see how efficient you can be? Maybe
No. I left I didn't anticipate going up against somebody of that caliber, because I've never been put up against a top 10 player before. You know, it's like I'm one of the grunts that plays in the, you know, the B leagues, going up against a Roger Federer or a Rafa Nadal, you know. So I'm just not equipped to beat somebody that high up. But I didn't know, or I didn't prepare. So I didn't, like, if I'd known who I was going to be competing against, I would have spent a lot more time on preparation. I mean, I was that worried. I asked Calvin to come in. Calvin came in on the stream. And a lot of the time it was just confirmation bias. Oh, so I'm taking the old Ben Wamper against these Night Sisters. Yeah, that's what I would have done. So yeah. Anyway, sorry, gone on me long enough.
All right.
Okay, on to Calvin Awesome. 3-0
What
as
a
usual.
surprise. I mean, 3-0
Round
from
one
Alma.
opponent. Round 1 opponent set too heavy a D and couldn't muster up an offense. Round 2, 720k opponent. Nice lifetime score there. Mine was 775, but you know who's splitting. Tough defense and opponent cleared. Calvin's Darth Revan is JKL is CLS front wall, cleared his front wall. So the win was secured though. Round 3. Easy win against a terrible player. Trooper feats completed, sending Calvin to Chromium. He's in the dreaded Chromium.
I would never go to Chromium, not unless I was angry. All right, next up, Spartan, who apparently in my slide doesn't have stats, but that's okay because I know what he did because he is This is Spartan, but it's easy.
But it's easy.
And he went 3-0. It says round 1 a full clear despite having blue stacks crash twice on me live on Twitch. Oh no. It's a Sloth Malk and a gas team, but you know. Round 2 didn't get the full clear, but very close, easy win. And then round 3, another full clear and 2 weeks in a row, 3-0. Good to be back. So Spartans representing the city of Sparta as their king and leader, and he's making it look easy. There we go.
And Randby with another 3-0.
Ooh, nice.
I know. Easiest. Here's the thing. Easiest triple whammy in the history of SWGOH as Rand got 3 did not shows. 3.
What?
All 3 rounds. No shows from any of his opponents. Not one opponent tacked during his week. 3-0 triple whammy.
What's that like?
I know.
All right, what's that like? All right, we go to the heartthrob of the Outer Rim. You know, to behave there because you'll get carbonated to the face and the whole works. Not a surprisingly good record from Urs. Seen some really bad results from Urs lately, and there was a lot of Twi'leks, you know, going bananas in the cantina and stuff. There was a lot of bad things happening there. But Urs pulls it together this week, 2-1. I didn't get a report from him, but I'm really happy to see Urs finally go 2-1. I mean, look at those stats; those are really nice. So,
those are nice stats.
Those are really good stats. So Urs, maybe he's not sniffing his own carbonite. I don't know. He's pulled it together a little bit. Should have maybe been 3-0, but he got the 2-1. That's a good result for Urs.
And we're on to Tilo. So brushing off the nightmare that was the last month, he and I both suffered through the no joint thingy. But 3-0 triple whammy, round 1. It's nice when you outgun your opponent on offense and get the 2 territory hold. The 2 territory holds sweetens it up. Round 2, nice matchup that played out live on Discord. They took turns on offense, both cleared each other, but Tilo got the win. And round 3, another win and a full clear. Despite a heavy set D, had to face a JML, JKL, and a Ray. Did fall. His opponent did fall though, and that gave Tilo the win and the 3-0 triple whammy.
3-0 is a 3-0, baby. Nice.
3-0 is a 3-0.
All right, we next go to the only abominable snowman in the mountains that does not like the color white, and of course I'm speaking about Yeti. Yeti stalked his prey like no other.
Oof, yeah, he did.
I'm not even reading what he wrote. It was the first thing Denise went. Wrong one. It was a mismatch. And he slaughtered his opponent. I think he ate his liver with some lima beans or something. Round 2 was another mismatch. And he had a fine Chianti with this person. And he said round 3 was a little bit closer, but he still got the full clear and just slaughtered his opponent. He just says, just wanted to add in round 3, I handicapped myself mildly as I allowed viewers to buy me shots. And I simply expected to not to do a shot every battle, which is exactly what happened. So he was drunk in round 3. In the snow, in the tundra, still got the win, 3-0. I mean, it's Yeti. It's what he does.
And there it is. That's the A-League. Calvin Awesome at the top. Yeti snapping at his heels.
Oh, I like this. Oh, I like this. Calvin and Yeti going at it. This is going to be good.
Calvin and Yeti going at it. It's going to be an interesting one.
Oh, yeah, baby. Let's get it on. Let's go. Okay. Let's go.
Okay, let's move on to the double A's, and we start off with the playbook. No full clears for the playbook's opponents this week. Triple crown, round 1, and the opponent held everything for defense, but got nothing on offense. Round 2, fought an ANZ GC guy who just couldn't get past the playbook's defense. Playbook's been really, really sadistic with his defense recently. Round 3, straightforward win. Then proceeded to go for a feat with Gideon, only to find out that the feat didn't need Gideon. 3-0 triple whammy for the playbook.
All right. Remember, kids, when you shop Mort. Shop S-Mort. And more. He went 3-0 again. Nev, I mean, the guy is a machine. The spreadsheet is working. So let's see what Mort had to say for himself. Round one was really the only closest round here. He says, by far my toughest opponent went heavy D on bottom on ships. Let him have the top of the mace. He never showed. He had a never-ending roster of gear 12s, and the first opponent I can remember with better ships than me. So full clear for Morton. The guy didn't show up. Round two, I mean, the guy took team down and Mort got the full clear. Round three, he went full D. Guess what happened? Mort full cleared him and he didn't attack. So another disgusting 3-0 Mort, who adds 51 win streak intact, 25 and 19 strikes on my alts, and having fun. The spreadsheet's real. It's real. That spreadsheet.
On to DB. Nice 3-0 triple whammy. Round one was a flawless victory with the defense stripping banners like they were going out of fashion. Round two, another flawless victory. His opponent could only muster one single battle victory. Just the one. Round three, Mon Mothma stopped the triple crown. Still, got the full clear for the whammy though. 3-0 triple whammy for DB.
All right, we start off with the next up, which is the Tickle Tank Master himself, Mr. Jigabachi. It's not a food from Japan. It is a way of life. And he went 2-1. He says, winning streak is over. Hell, Satan. Okay. I mean, if that's who you want to see. Okay. He says, and did it ever feel good to control that? Round one was the loss, 23-36 to 26-07, since I intentionally threw to break my 15-win streak. I cleared because I took my entire roster on offense. I placed entire defense of level one, so he cleared for a massive score. You think 27-06?
Mm-hmm.
What is Jig doing? Why did he do that? Did someone make a bet with him or something? What is he? Just because you worship the Tickle Tank doesn't mean you need to play like the Tickle Tank. And then the other round two was an easy auto set. He got the win. The guy didn't do anything. And then round three, decent roster, but didn't really have a chance. He won by like 800 banners, 2667 to like 1888, something along those lines. So really no problem. So other than the mad scientist trying crazy stuff in round one, he could have been 3-0, but it's over. And he's hailing Satan. So Devil Worshipper, Jigabachi, the Tickle Tank Expert. There you go. New names.
On to grid. Oh, destructive rounds. 1 and 2 scoring high 2660s, multiple defensive holds, 2 flawless victories chalked up. Right, round 3. And coming into it after a 24-hour stream. And he made lots and lots of errors, and the game crashed. Oh, and he fell asleep during a battle. If it could go wrong, it did go wrong in round 3. So 2-1 for grid.
All right, Rico Suave went 2-1. This is what he wrote. All I gotta say is mod harder, people. I beat some Galactic Legend and was happy with it, but 3v3 matchmaking ain't right and fun. Galactic Legend 3v3 ain't fun. So the moral of the story is mod harder, apparently, with Galactic Legends being the issue. I don't know, matchmaking something, but still a pretty good round. 2-1, you know, there's nothing to sneeze at. You know, we all have those rounds where it just doesn't go right, but that's all Rico had to say because he's suave. That's all he needs to say.
Mm-hmm. On to Wigsy. Round 1 was a flawless victory. Round 2 was a loss after ceasing hostilities after only 4 battles. And round 3 was a full clear with 1 loss. 2-1 for Wigsy.
All right. Next up, we got you down with RKP.
Yeah, you know me.
Oh, yeah. He writes 2-1. So close to 3-0, but still 2-1. Let's see what happened with our boy RKP. Says round 1, great win, fun times. 1 more Jedi Master Luke dead. Round 2, great win, fun times. Opponent struggling on my defense a lot. Love to see it. Round 3, great loss, not fun. 1 more GML dead. Failed only once, but had a lot of dirty banners. Still in search of that mythical 3-0. Let's get that 3v3 in already, baby.
And on to Wrangler. Easy, hard week for the Space Cowboy. No shows in round 1 and 3.
Well, that's nice.
No shows.
What's that like?
So the wins were inevitable. Round 2 though was an FU defense, so he gets 2 no shows, and an FU defense, and the Wrangler failed to wrangle a single territory. So 2-1 for Wrangler.
That Wrangler boy, I'll tell you, he's pretty one tough customer.
Mhm.
All right. It's time to send in the wolf. You sent it in the wolf? Well, that's all you had to say. The wolf was 2-1 this week. He said round 1, he won. Round by a lot. Round 2, he lost by a decent margin. Round 3 round 1 and 3, the opponent didn't show up. So round 2 is really all I had. He said I had a very strange start to 3v3 season. All 3 of my opponents had 3 Galactic Legends to my 1. Round 1 was an auto set. Round 3, another auto set, but round 2 was where he was matched up against Gilmate, who put a very smart defense down and used up my counters in the bottom front and nothing clear as JMLs in the back. So really strange. He got the 2 victories because of auto sets, but then round 2, his Gildy wasn't taking any mercy on him. So, but still 2-1. Great job from the Wolf.
And there's the A's, the double A's. Fort Mort's still at the top.
I mean, wherever you put more, he's going to be on the top.
With whatever in second, no longer there. It's
as I did what Evan left.
Mm-hmm. It's the playbook versus Jigabachi. We've got Darth Kermit there. Need to have a word with Darth. Yeah, need to word with Darth, don't we? Okay, let's move because the Triple A's coming up and there's some really, really exciting stuff.
Yes, there is.
So, Thad. With
this is what come on.
A wooden spoon for Thad. If he had followed my advice in round 3, because I was there in Zoom with him for his round 3, and I was giving him advice, and then he was completely and utterly ignoring it, and it wasn't working, and I'm like, that's because you're not doing. I tried to help him. I mean, he it was kind of weird. He knows the team that he's supposed to use. Just doesn't know the kill order for some squads, so it's kind of like there's a disconnect there, and I was trying to help, but yeah, wooden spoon for Thad, unfortunately. What's yeah.
I'm just moving on.
He's got the roster. He just needs to know how to use it.
Yeah, you would think after many years of playing that would be, but who am I, all right, moving on to Mudbum in his little mud clay hut in his little mud clay village with all the little mud people made of mud, using mud tools and building mud other stuff. Went 2-1 this week. He says all that could go wrong did go wrong. Rip to 12-0, but hello to the march to number 1 3 times because 11-1 is 3 1s. Ha 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 ha. Mudbum. Round 1, this was a loss. Says this was the stupidest round where everything that could go wrong did. If I had to put it down on one thing, it'd be my stacked Rolex 7 Vader not being able to kill a Bugs team by himself and losing a battle. I mean, there were some other contributing factors, but yeah, and even with all that, lost by 5. It says dagger in the bum right there. Round 2, comfortable win. Really nothing to talk about. Round 3, dropped the battle. I had some discussion with some of the other great people, Solo Base and Lazy, that were talking about Thrawn Vader. Sure. But his opponent struggled hard in his defense, and he got a respectable 26-58, so he'll take the win. He says, P.S. What's up with the mud clay hut in a mud clay world nonsense? Who made this up? Me. I demand names, Ranger J 1999. Is it not known that I possess the strongest bumpire in the galaxy, the incredible host of ties to boot? No one knows that. That's you made that up. Says I'm not prehistoric ninnies who fascinated by fire and go ooh ee ah ah ting walla bang bang. Yep, that's pretty much what you do. And he says his way across the galaxy. Well, maybe a little, but that's the last part. But you get my drift. No, if you're going to have mud in your name and you're going to be called Mud Bum, you're going to live in a little mud clay hut with lots of little mud stuff around you.
And we're on to Paul. Now, Paul got 2-1, which, considering he forgot to remod his roster after the Crankle raid, I mean, to get but think about it, right? He did this. He did a 2-1, right? With his mods all over the place.
It's always
so
something.
If you can get your mods right, Paul, then you should be able to do better. So this is good for him. So round 1 was a win against an auto deploy. Round 2, Paul's marathon stream, so he was definitely tired. Came up against an FU defense, as you do. That seems to be happening on everybody's round 2s. Everyone's been getting nasty round 2s this week.
Oh, yes.
And conceded after the Slacker loss. Round 3, another no-show for Paul, as the RNG Gods showed a mercy for his mistake in modding.
All right, we move on to Moon. That's no space station. It's a moon.
Mm-hmm.
He says 3-0, baby. Current win streak 17, round 1. He said to face off against Gil, mate, but he forgot to play defense. So we had some fun against an auto set defense. So that happened. Round 2 says a fairly easy endeavor against a guy who plays an okay defense, but had double Dark Side Galactic Legend, but he struggled. And I had around 10 holds on defense, not a problem. Round 3, tightest defense matchup I've had in ages. Place SLK, expecting to place Ray. He placed C. The mind games began. But all in all, Mudbum was right. He stumbled on my new SLKR Relic 8, and it was all over from there. He was able to clear the rest, and he couldn't. Got ugly before the end. Likely need to lock it up. Whatever Ranger says before next week. You better lock it up, Moon. Lock it up.
DPK. Lovely. Round 1. And a good start with a full clear and territory holds. Round 2, an ANZGC matchup. And it was a good match. Neither competitor full cleared, but the loose ends were in favour of DPK's opponents, unfortunately. Round 3, DPK full cleared with ease, and his opponent did not. 2-1 for DPK.
All right, moving on. I have Darth Kermit as the next slide.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is where Darth Kermit is?
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, Darth Kermit the Frog from the dark side of the Force here, and just like to say, I went 2-1 this week. However, I didn't do a report because I think because of your dark side, you shouldn't have to do one. But I still dominated. Yay! Yep, Darth Kermit 2-1, doing what he does best. But better result than he's been having. He's had some tough weeks and stuff. So, but 2-1, pretty solid, good stats. Gotta love it.
And it's just Ian. 2-1. Round 1. One slip up against a fleet. Stopped the flawless victory. Which, I don't know. It just stopped. Stopped him dead. No show on the opponent, so it doesn't really matter. Round 2. Gorgeous flawless victory. This round. 26-77. Always nice to have that kind of a score. You know your opponent's never going to reach it. Round 3, well, you know what I mean. On average. Round 3, a loss to a Fin Poe and a separatist team caused too big a banner loss. And that was where the loss came, round 3.
All right, we move on to my boy Lilinder, who you know, Hassan is his mascot. He shoots first and asks questions later. And by asking questions, he doesn't. He just moves on. All right, round 1. This is the loss, 26-44 to 26-54. Ooh, says my rival went first and did a good job. Did a good run. So did it so well that I played under pressure and failed against crew. Ooh, round 2 was a pretty convincing win. He got stomped against his ship, so it was an easy match. Round 3, another solid, just easy. I guess he did. The guy didn't even want to attempt. He says, if it one team list on defense and didn't participate, so nothing to comment. So there you go. I mean, just throwing it out there. So 2-1 from Lilinder.
Thisk, awesome week for Thisk. 3-0 Triple Crown. Round 1 against a 3GL defense. Both competitors fought hard, with Thisk coming out on top by only 14 banners. Round 2, opponents slipped up on fleets and geos. Thisk got the flawless victory. And round 3, simultaneous offense. They were both going, it wasn't a live match, they weren't in Communicado, but they both went for their offenses at the same time. Thisk had a lead of 10 going into the fleet. The thing is, his opponent just collapsed on fleet anyway. One double tap turned into another double tap, turned into a non-clearance. So all good for Thisk. 3-0 Triple Crown.
Look at that, join the 8K Mile High Club there.
The 8K Mile High Club.
Moving on to my boy, the Senate, the younger, sexier version of Cubs. Another good solid week from him. He's been having some struggles lately.
Yeah, he has.
Getting back into threes. He's went 2-1. Really good job. Didn't get a report from the Senate, but I know he's been busy doing stuff. But hey, 2-1 from the Senate as compared to some of the stuff he has been getting and some of the rounds he's had. So he'll take it. 2-1. Good job, Senate.
The Zeppers, not a good week for Zeppers 1 and 2. Round
Oh
one.
no.
Yep, round one. Lost this round due to a C. Just couldn't get past it. It's just red all over all over the SWGOH.gg page. It's just scroll red. Just keep scroll. Yeah, so you can see the losses there. There's 20 in there. Round two got the win, but not the full clear. And round three got the clearance, but suffered way too many lost banners and had to take the L. So 1 and 2 Vezeppers.
Rough.
And there is the AAA League. And as you can see, it's very, very different because of the people that have fallen away. So that's No Moon. Now occupies the top spot.
Boy.
He will be very happy with that. Mudbum's blisteringly good form last month takes him up to second, with Thisk coming in just behind. So, yeah, definitely looking interesting. This one is looking very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll take another short break, and when we come back, it's it's the big boys, it's the Major League and the Premier League.
Oh, it's time to
let's
go.
Everybody likes to see that. Everybody likes to see that.
Let's do it.
Are you a member of Team Paul or Team Neil? Maybe you prefer story time with the llama, or dabble in the buttery side of the force with Biscuit Weasel. Or maybe you like the escape pod talents from down under like Heinzie and Scotty. No matter who you support, you can get one of my designs from the Escape Podcast merch store. Just go to escapepodcastaways.com, click on the merch link, and it will take you to the TeePublic site where you can support me, Mrs. Anthony, also known as Critty K. Also be sure to check out the Mrs. Anthony Shirts channel on the Escape Podcast's Discord server weekly to vote for my latest shirts in the Design Derby on Woot. Links for both of these are down below. Thank you for supporting the Escape Podcast.
Does your guild want to tap into their full potential in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Yeah! For as low as $1 a month per guild member, your guild can unleash the power of the game in ways you never thought possible. Ooh. Track your arena movements, guild progression, and much, much more. Contact Shitty Bill and get one of his shitty bots on your server today. Just look for him on our Discord server and tag or message him for more information. The link for our server is below in the description. Shitty bots, don't let the name fool you.
SWGOH.gg is your one-stop site for the raw data behind the game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. From complete gear lists to intuitive stats behind all of your favorite holotable heroes. SWGOH.gg has it all. With a .gg account, you can get a complete view of your own roster, see how you match up against other players, and even check out the history of your own Grand Arena Championship matches. You can also see what your opponent used on you to give you a better understanding of counters and team compositions to improve your gameplay. Did you know that they also have some great Patreon features as well? Ad-free browsing of their site, guild information, and manual information requests are included in their 3 levels of Patreon support. Check out the site for more details. That's SWGOH.gg. Unleash your holotable potential today.
Oh, it's time for the big boys. Major Leagues, followed by the Premier League. Let's get it on.
Let's do it. All right, everybody prepare yourselves. Here we go. You know, Nev, when you're looking for love in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, why don't you try eGrace.com for all your SWGOH love interest in GAC matches sometimes. eGrace.com. eGrace, our boy, 2-1 this week. Oh, what happened, eGrace? He spoils me with his 3-0s and stuff. So round 1 win, auto set, pretty much had no problems. Round 2, this is a loss. As I faced an awesome guy from Wolfpack, an opportunity to win, but blew it with a bad call on the Galactic Legend counter. 1A. Round 3 was another win, another disappointing auto set. So 2 easy rounds and then a really good fight in the round 2. Again, the theme of the second round, you either got through that second round opponent or you didn't. He had a tough time and so rough week for not getting the 3-0 from me, Grace, but still really good.
And good old Maurice. Oof, nice 3-0 there. Round 1 and round 2 opponents only cleared 1 territory. This allowed for lots of testing, pushing the limits of Bo-Katan, Ordo, and the Armorer. Gom fancies himself as a new king of the D. So,
is that he now? Is
yeah.
that what he thinks?
That's what he thinks.
I know for a fact that that's baloney.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I can say that because
we'll see. Round 3, very closely contested match, won only by 3 banners. An assist from Solo and props to his opponent. Yorha. I hope I haven't just butchered that name.
Oh, I do it all the time. Don't worry about it. All right, moving on to my man Dylar using Twi'lek tactics. You know he does. That's how he wins. But it didn't get him a 3-0 this week. He went 2-1. He says round 1 was an auto set defense. No need to say more, and I will not. Round 2, this was a loss. Again, round 2 loss, man. Says went up against a 725k banner opponent who scored 2667 on the board right away. Everything was going great on the ground, but not listening to Endall and Ships left me with a 2666. Mark of the Beast. And no points and 1 point short for the win. That's rough. Ooh, that's really rough. Round 3 says my opponent has only played 1 round in the last 24. So yeah, but it didn't really matter. So it didn't really participate, but he killed 1 team before quitting. He didn't even try, and Dylar got the nice easy win. So 2-1 from Dylar, still solid week.
And we're on to Heinze.
Oh,
okay. Look. I watched some of his streams. There was not a lot. There wasn't as much preloading as you'd think there would be from the Aussie Adonis this week. All right. Okay. Round 1 was a close match. Heinze was only inched out of victory by 5 banners. So, close match. Round 2, solid victory with a full clear and good defensive holds. That round 3 was another close match. But this time he got edged out by 14. So 14 and 5 banners, those are close losses. That's not, sometimes that's the tiniest bit of RNG. So I don't think that score reflects how he played during the week.
But I see 7 losses. So there was some preloading going on.
There was a little bit of preloading.
All right, but not as much as we're used to seeing.
Not as much as we're used to seeing now.
Okay. All right. Next up, my man Vincil, the Bounty Hunter Whisperer. Just another rough week for Vincil, man. He's having it rough lately. 1 and 2 says round 1 auto deploy. So there's the victory. Round 2 lost by 30 or so banners. Made 1 mistake, he said, and it cost him. Oh no. He says round 3 opponent kept everything in for offense and out efficient me. So round 1 he got the nice easy victory, but the last 2 were tough matches. So another rough week from my man Vincil, the BH Whisperer. Ooh, you hate to see it, but you can get it next week, brother.
And we're on to Cody. Ooh, okay, so 3-0. Triple whammy, only 1 loss. So round 1 opponent saved all their GLs for offense, and he only set his offensive ray. He got a hold against a C, then took in Ray Mirror to take it out. Somehow still kept them from a full clear. So nice round 1. Round 2, opponent set 1 GL, and that was Ray. And he was able to dispatch that with C for a decent banner score. And the Dark Trooper was put to very, very good use. Another nice clean win in round 2. Round 3 faced a top opponent. They tried to hide a JML on the back line. Yes, it did not win. It didn't work very well. But that didn't stop the match from being very, very, very close. It did come down to the last round. Final score, 26-47, 26-45. Kiwi got the win. 2 banners.
A win is a win is a win. All right, my boy, the sexy Buddha, the lightsaber builder from RSG. Loki, the locomotive, went 3-0, man. This is easy rounds for me thanks to my guildies. We'll get into that in a second. Round 1, this was a tough fight. His opponent, he got the win, but his opponent put all 4 Galactic Legends on defense. You're talking big leagues when you got 4 Galactic Legends on defense.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing he couldn't clear was a lone Bassi JML Watt team in the back. His opponent proceeded to knock down my top wall and ships, but fell short on the counters for the front wall in the south as Ray and the Scoundrels and Darth Revan BS and Malik held him in bay. He wins 22-79 at 1865. However, round 2 and 3 were cheese boards, as he says. He said he decided to take a break with the guildies. I won both rounds of the cheese, finishing more fish, so giving me a 3-0 and a good start to 3v3. So it was facing his guildies. They were having fun, but he still got the victories 3-0. So good job, Loki.
Would help if I was on the right monitor.
That's helpful, yes.
That's helpful, yes. Lazy,
Yes.
2-1, he did his mental reset after multiple 1 and 2s last month. Round 1, make 4 GL defense is never a good start to the week. Still, 2 territories later, and Lazy was the victor. Round 2, it was all lost on fleets. With drama all around, misclicks and bad RNG. In the end, it was lost by a paltry 4 banners. Round 3, angry from round 2. He demolished this opponent and got his 2-1.
Well, you gotta take what you can get. So next is Rambam, and see what had happened was he was doing military stuff, and he couldn't use his phone, so he couldn't join GAC because he was doing like the top secret stuff, so he couldn't join.
Shh.
I have top secret clear, so I can say that. No, really, I do.
Warrior was in a similar situation.
See what had happened with Warrior is he was with the general, and oh wait.
Well, here's the thing. Warrior's friend was looking after his account the week during the off season, but the day that he gave him his phone back, he'd forgot to join. So
Oh no.
yeah. I mean, Warrior wasn't. I'm wondering if it's Sure Shot. I'm going to have to ask.
Was it Sure Shot? I hope not. Come here, you.
If it was Sure Shot, we can roast him.
Up next, we got the Nooch.
It's Nucci time.
Apparently not, because you didn't send a damn report in. Nooch, you failed me for the last time. Force choke is incoming. So all we know is that Nooch entered GAC. We know the Nooch went 2-1. Nooch did pretty well. Good scores. A lot of wins. Hardly any losses. 1 hold. So we know the Nooch had a pretty good week. We just don't know how good of a week. So the Nooch, that's all I can say. 2-1 from my boy, the Nooch.
Oh, Mandy. Horrible week for Mandy.
Wow.
Yeah.
2-0s and 2-1s and 3-0s.
He lost the first 2 rounds quite badly.
Badly?
Thankfully,
Wow.
Thankfully, though, he pulled out the win in round 3 to stop any chance of
That's
a wooden
shocking.
spoon. His opponent was a DNS, but bad week for Mandy. Very, very bad starting week. No risk
rough.
of Cronium.
Damn.
And there is the Major League. Good old Maurice is at the top. Dylar
Dallas coming in strong.
He was going so straight. Didn't need that loss this week. Not in the beginning. Not the start. Not the start of the week. Hope he comes back strong.
Could have made ground up with Gom if he had, gotten that victory. Been 3-0. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of activity in the middle, but that activity at the top. Right. Let's get on with the Premier League.
Oh boy! Now this is where the magic happens, folks. Here we go. Bitcoin. I'm not even going to do the damn sketch anymore. He's 3-0 again. 3-0. First week with 4 galactic
Score
legends.
is just insane.
I know. Joined the 8K Mile High Club. It says round 1. I got 2673 despite throwing away 6 banners for a feat I didn't get. This opponent couldn't clear them. But did get, what did he say, 83 banners less, so he still won pretty comfortably. It says round 2, I got 2671 and dropped about to get both super feats. The guy set very little on defense and still didn't clear half the map, so there you go. Round 3, he says this was an awesome round. 2 galactic legend opponent, lots of relic 8s, but still 676k lifetime. We both set strong teams. And I hit a galactic legend in the back to give him trouble in the front, but he wanted to wait that out. I didn't have time until the last hour, then he attacked and bit behind me. I had 6 banner lead after clearing half the map, then lost part of it to defeat his relegate Kenobi. He had to get 72 of my final fleet to tie, but only his final legends against my Empire fleet with Sith Bomber on today's. He lost and had to clean up. It's closest as anyone's gotten in a while, but I didn't want to block him from full clearing. He says, I'm becoming soft. My banners are getting lower each round. I'll never beat Zera's alt like this, he says.
3-0 from the Grand
It's been
Admiral.
a while for the Grand Admiral.
The Grand Admiral is back in form, and he needs to be now. He's in a relegation battle. Round one, hard-fought win, but his Slacker and Fleet secured the victory on defense. Round two, no full clear, but since his opponent was a DNS, it didn't really matter. Round three, solid victory against a Maw rival. The Grand Admiral took victory for the Empire, 3-0.
All right, next up is my man, my fellow Army Ranger, Ando 90. He went 2-1 this week. Rangers lead the way, Ando. Round one, it says, my son was born on Monday. Congrats to you and your lovely Mrs. Ando on the birth of your new son. And he said it was pretty fast furious. I got home from the hospital like 20 minutes before round one, streamed it easily, excuse me. Round two was pretty comfortable win, nothing special. And he says, round three, this one just upsets me. I should have won. I tried counters others have had success with, but I was real skeptical on. It was kind of proven right. Was mad when it happened, but at the end of the day, I pressed battle. Those drop battles open the way for this guy to full clear me, such as life. So 3-0, I'm sorry, 2-1 for Ando. Had a birth of his son, so even with the new baby, he went 2-1. So fantastic job.
Black number 3-0, triple whammy. 3 victories for a triple whammy. Round one, flawless victory. Rounds 2 and 3, a couple of losses in there, which stopped him from getting the triple crown, but a triple whammy, just as good.
He's like, Black Mommy, I went 3-0 again. Speaking of 3-0s, Fruit Ninja Mike, if you need an assassination done, but not by normal means, and you need a ninja who uses fruit, why don't you check out Mike? He can get the job done for you. He says 3-0, but I made it harder than it should have been. 1 loss each round. Round one, I used up a loss to get the 3 times trooper feat. Opponent had 8 losses. Enough said. Round two, fun with the Gambit boys. I tried showing off my theory crafting genius by using gas +1 versus C. I forgot that C's basic can't be counted and quickly lost. Still won by a lot as my opponent failed multiple times. Round three says, sheesh. These first week fights that scare me. I barely one-shot the ground, then I lost an Akbar mirror, which I outsped literally all of their units. Finished with 1 loss, 26-39. My opponent had dropped 7 banners in the first fight, so that's feeling good. The only one-shot my board with nothing less than 50 banners each. I was screwed by RNG, and that saved me. My opponent tried to negotiate mirror to try for better banners, but it cost him 9 banners, and that was basically where it came down to. That says that was way too close. Few got the 3-0, so he's starting off well.
Yeah, I watched his round 2. It was an excellent recovery, an excellent, because all the bad stuff happened early in the round. So yeah, it was a really, really good recovery. That.
All right.
Okay, so we're on to end all. Only 4 territories. That was it. All this week, he only gave up 4 territories. You've got a lot to do to take the King of D mantle from Endall. Round 1, nice easy warm-up and a full clear. Round 2, 1 shot the ground troops, but needed a double tap against a Relic 8 negotiator. Round 3, dropped a battle for the trooper feats. That's how confident Endall was of victory, which he got 3-0, triple whammy.
Hey, guess who else has joined the 3-0 club? I'm loving this. Solo, because, teamwork sucks. 3-0. He's been having a rough time of it late, and he's back in 3s. 3-0 from my man Solo. He says, I had my raid counters go sideways, but couldn't clear 3 of my zones. It was an ugly banner win, but I'll take it. Round 2 was an auto set with 4 Galactic Legends at the top zone. Easy win, but I only had 3 Galactics on offense, so couldn't get the full clear. He says, round 3, I prevented another full clear of my board. This guy tried, but just could not do it. Some fleet RNG had me lose a battle, but I won the war. So finally, we're seeing Solo where he needs to be back, where I'm used to seeing him 3-0 from our boy Solo.
Indigo, 2-1. Round 1 eked out the victory, but with multiple losses. The defense was there, though, to secure the victory. Round 2 was a close match with both competitors trading blows and picking up losses, but Indigo took the win by 15 banners. Round 3, a solid performance, but not as solid as his opponent, who set a target of 26-66, and Indigo just could not reach it. 2-1 for the week.
Not bad. All right, Zareth, the great grandson of Xerxes from great times. He's just doing what Zareth does. Says 3-0, super rough week despite the record in early posting. Round 1, guy's a baby streamer who really wanted to beat him. He said he struggled mildly on my defense and that I didn't really struggle on his. Nice guy. He did put in a lot of effort. Round 2, 665K, so lifetime banner. Really solid player from Shadowlands. He also struggled mostly because Jedi Revan is tough to beat with leftovers. He left a really tough defense, but I managed to full clear. I think this is the one I failed an attack on. Round 3, guy with 720K lifetime banners. He left the surprising the back zone for me, but I got around it. Ended up beating him by 40 because FU defense is greater than efficiency defenses. He says, last but not least, alts both won 3-0 as well, as he says, alt lives matters and hashtag alt lives matters and hashtag still not as cool as Bitcoin.
So, Ranger.
Yes, sir.
I can't really say anything about Ranger because Ranger didn't do a report.
That's because I'm stupid. Round 1, the guy didn't attack. I don't know why. I set a really high score, so maybe that was intimidating. I don't know. Round 2 was a hell of a tough fight, just like everybody else. I was facing a really good opponent. Real nice guy, doctor from Malaysia, Duke YC. I had a really fun time with that fight. He said we were both evenly matched. I just had him a huge advantage on mods. Teams were evenly matched than what we had, but my mods were better, and that's what came out. I had a ton of holds on that round. And then round 3, the guy put a defense down that I had no problems with, blew through it, got a really crazy high score. And then he struggled against a couple teams, which got me the easy victory because I'd already cleared. So I put the pressure on him, and I talked to him as well. Really cool guy. And, he defense held again, man. Some of these teams are just, taking people by storm. So I didn't get the full clear in round 3. I think I had a crew team left because he put such a crazy defense on me that I didn't get the full clear for round 2, but I still got the 3 victories.
There it is, ladies and gents. There's the Premier League table. Still a battle of wills between Bitcoin and Zareth.
Battle of the Giants there.
Can't. It's just bonkers. Yeah, so close. Endor and Fruit Ninja Mike on their heels, though. Endor is in the more interesting position. If Zareth were to drop and Endor stayed successful, there'd be a leapfrog. Banner difference will come into effect at the end of the season. You just know it's going to happen. There's so many people tying. That banner difference is going to make such a difference at the end of the season.
I mean, I don't know what else I can do, man. I'm trying now.
I know.
You guys are monsters, dude. It's like, it's a Premier League. So, I mean, I'm 25-2. That's a hell of a good GAC so far. But if I feel like I might go undefeated the rest of the way and still be in 5th spot. That's nuts. That's how good these guys are. It's dumb. Oh, it's so silly.
Well, I mean, that's just it. Indigo didn't have a good week being in the, we look at the bottom of the table where the relegation battle is. 3 people are going down at the end of this season. They're going to get replaced. So, Indigo is looking more and more certain to go down. But then 2 out of Arnold, Ando, and Black Mamba, there's no way to call that. Black Mamba, Ando, and Arnold all went 3-0 this week. So it's...
No, Ando went 2-1.
Oh, did Ando go 2-1?
Yeah, Ando went 2-1.
Well, in that case, that's advantage to the Grand Admiral then. So don't want to be dropping. Yeah, Black Mamba kept on with the 3-0, so he's the favourite to stay out at the moment. But oof, very very interesting. Next 2 months are going to be very very interesting. 3v3 at the moment. It's people would be more. We know that these competitors would be a lot more comfortable if it was 5v5.
Yeah,
definitely. People feel more comfortable with 5v5. So anyway, that is that. What we're going to do now is play the clip reel.
Yay!
Lovingly prepared for us by Andy Beads.
Fourth squash.
Yeah, you might get feared. Yeah. Force Crush.
Basic on Vader.
Basic on Vader. Oof. That took a big chunk.
Target Malik. Swing it.
Okay.
Yeah!
All right. All right. Boom.
But like at the end of the day,
Double.
Double.
yeah.
Well,
I don't like sugar. I don't like sugar in my coffee.
French fries is tight. Yeah.
People know what doubles are.
Double's a burger, right? From In-N-Out. No? Okay.
Oh my. I was expecting no, I wasn't expecting a burger.
From In-N-Out. Yeah.
Yeah. Double from In-N-Out. That's for sure a thing.
Yeah, we'll go for it. These are really weak Night Sisters. Yep, that worked. Okay. That'll work. 56.
Alright, so you're basic here, and now I want AoE. Beautiful, because now we have... Oh, we didn't have advantage. Oh, but I thought we were gonna have it. Uh-oh. We're in danger. We're in huge danger. Oh, dodge. Beautiful. Because of that mastery siphon at the start. Okay, we did it. Jeez. Okay, we're good.
Alright, let's get the taunt off. Can we kill Ahsoka? No, but this should do it, honestly. Falcon just rains death and destruction down. Oh.
So we're just gonna mark Mando right away if we can kill him. Yeti Mundy's like, let's just be done with this, okay? Yeti Mundy's like, I heard you. Let's do it. Dear Lord. Did you guys see that? It was like 169k from Cam. Oh man.
Why did you lose interest in Swaga, my friend? Well, I didn't even get a turn.
And yet, so far. Okay, Shakti's gone. Excellent. Let's get Hoda away. Boom. All right, Hoda goes boom. Ability block. Excellent. But he's in the yellow. Big hits. Big hits. Come on, Darth Vader. Revan, not Darth Vader. Come on. Big damage. Big damage. We've got this. Yes!
I was really hoping that would kill Chewie. Ah, no. Ability block, ability block, ability block. Good. Gas, come on, gas. Go, 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 go! Die! Yes! Got him. Woo! Woo! Okay. 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 Alright. Oh my gosh. Ah, yes. Got him. Got him. Okay. Oh.
Hopefully he doesn't get the ultimate. Come on, baby. Oh, no. Come on, baby. No! Oh, no. Oh, look at that.
And we're back. You gotta love Andy Bean's clip reels. They're so good. They're so
God,
good.
they're really good. I love them.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that first week over, everybody locked in. I haven't heard of any accidents from any of our competitors. So
that's good.
Hopefully we should have a full house, which will be great because it's definitely turning out to be an interesting first week. So many people with really tough second rounds. And then lots of people getting just buys basically. So many DNSs and auto deploys, but it is the first week. It does tend to happen en masse during week one.
It does.
It does. So, anything else you picked up on this week in GAC?
Just it was the round two. A lot of people. Round two was where the really good opponents came through, and if you got past it, you pretty much had a good shot at 3-0. It looked like. If not, then you went 2-1. It's kind of the trend here. So, but we'll see what happens. Where you end up and how you do the next week. We'll see what happens. It gets tougher from here. Threes, the matchmaking gets a little bit wonkier. So we'll see what happens. There's
early in the
competitors. Yeah, it's early in the month. We'll see how the rest of threes goes and what happens with people and stuff. So we'll see what happens.
Good luck to everybody that broke Cronium.
Cronium.
Will those Imperial feats make you suffer for the rest of the season?
I don't even bother.
Okay, well, I've got nothing to add. Have you got anything to add, mate?
No, just push those buttons. Let's get out of here.
No worries, mate. Ta-ta, everybody.